BallietBran here. A happy Sunday. We got the normal weekly stream. It's going to be a little bit shorter, actually a lot bit shorter of a stream today. I want to recognize that, we've got the Super Bowl, things like that, and I want to be respectful of everyone's time, but also wanted to do the stream consistently, things like that. So this stream is going to kind of commemorate Richard for being the world's largest cut diamond owner. And I think it's pronounced Sotheby's, but there was a huge auction for the largest diamond. So anyways, we'll kind of talk a little bit about that and just kind of how cool it is that it went from the Enigma to the Hex.com diamond. So I think that's really awesome. And I'm stoked to do this stream real quick. All right, let me scroll up and just say what's up to everyone here. We have Get Hex, who's got 5 diamonds. So that's awesome. We have Hexicat says SuperBowl deserves a super diamond. Totally agree. Completion fails. I'm working again. See, this is the awesome thing is that, so many people are, working consistently and working extra and overtime just to get, a few extra bucks or maybe some overtime hours to, then put that into investing. And most people kind of don't know the story, but that's what I did for maybe, I don't know, 2.5, 3 years when I was working at another company. Just consistently every paycheck I could save, a little bit of money here and there would just go into Hex on a dollar cost average basis. And it made a big difference. He says, maybe in a few years I'll be retired. Totally know what you mean. Totally know what you mean. I want to be retired in a few years too. Hell yeah, it's going to happen, guys and gals. It's going to happen. It's, it's just getting started. And I tell this to people about the 10,000X and it's like, and I know how it works from other people that I've gotten in to Hex more recently or people that had been in a little bit earlier. But sometimes people think that, okay, because you got in early and you got a 10,000X, well, you just got lucky. But I don't think that there's going to be another 10,000X on the table or available. And that's just definitely not true when it comes to thinking and logic and things like that. So Hex Bola. So I will, if Richard's ever on my stream, I promise all of you will know. You will definitely know. No, I said like, who is the world's richest diamond owner? Because, it's Richard. But y'all will know when he's on the stream, I promise. So thank you for asking. Definitely not. Let's go Bengals. Yeah. Not that I really, care too much about sports and things like that, but because everyone else is not like me, please put whatever team I guess you want to win. Maybe we can have some friendly banter in the chat about, Bengals versus versus the Rams. I got a buddy that's a big Rams fan that we used to joke with a lot back in the day. Benny Blanco says we are the proud owners of the best black diamond ever. Yep, the best, the biggest. So we'll get into it. Without further ado, let me do the Nagabo intro. Shout out to Joe Exotic for creating that. Once again, if y'all don't know, the link is in the description where the props and the credit is given to Joe Exotic for doing that. So give me just a second. Let me do the intro. We'll get into it real quick. I promise it's not going to be very long. I want to be mindful of everyone's Super Bowl Sunday. Maybe a 30-minute stream, something like that. And then we'll let everyone go. So give me 88 seconds for the intro.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like. Be sure to share. Be sure to comment. Yeah. Say hey. Say hey. jackpot. We still jackpot, bitch!
Thank you, Richard, for creating and founding the most amazing and disruptive financial technology cryptocurrency ever. Thank you, sir. And nice streams, Mr. BallietBran.
Awesome. So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. We got 35 people, so just wanted to say once again, we're gonna make this a short Sunday stream. I know everyone's got Super Bowl plans, so we have Dante in the house as well. Says hello, Hex family. Says let's go Enigma, and this is really cool too because when you have such a like rare oddity or rare thing such as this, you know, the Enigma diamond that's now the Hex.com diamond, and we'll get into that in a second. I mean, first off, I got to give props to Motley Investor for calling this because he had mentioned that, okay, Richard had mentioned in a stream one time, like, okay, I'm bidding on something that's going to kind of commemorate hexagons. And then Motley was the first person that I had seen that had said like, hey, here's what it might actually be. But what I wanted to say is that, you know, you have so much press and curiosity and attention on this diamond. And then for the fact that Richard has acquired it and he bidded for it, I think is really cool. So I'm going to show the video in just a second. Let me just say hello to the rest of the chat here. Hex Element says, let's go. Nice to see you, my friend. Everyone should go subscribe to him if y'all haven't already. Him and Davin did a really good stream the other day that I thought was cool. Heinz Crypto, yo. Benny Blanco. Who else we got here? 1 second, yo. Heinz Crypto says, I'm new and can't wait to make it to a meetup. Everything about this community has me stoked. It's really true. I mean, and that saying of like, you know, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And there's some people, I mean, myself included, has kind of like gone through life, you know, totally for the most part as like a lone wolf and things like this. But when you're a lone wolf, you can't really get as much accomplished as you think you can, or as you could with like a group of people. And so Richard was definitely that person that, you know, he attracted a team together and brought a team together of people that were like-minded. And it's just awesome to see what we're all accomplishing. And, you know, Motley and Agape Hex have like headed up and Cabana Crypto, the NASCAR thing. And I guess there's another racing thing in the UK that I need to shout out from Hexy Bastard. So it's awesome to see what the community, like you mentioned, is doing. The meetups are super fun too. I'm looking forward to Vegas. Bengals or Rams? I really don't mind. I don't know. Either or, I guess I would just say Bengals. But yeah, that's just me. Once again, doesn't really matter what my opinion is because I don't really study much about the football. Still pissed they beat the Chiefs, but yeah, I'll root for them too. They made it this far. Dougie Peach, nice to see you. Pulse Doge, looking fresh, Bran. A haircut makes a big difference, and so does a little bit of a pomade. You know, you got to get the light version of the pomade. A Red Squirrel, SJ Reed, Sci-Vive. Once again, I need to go to their channel because that's like the other person that I've seen with the Sci-Vive channel. So I think that's really awesome. Hope you're all doing good. Same for you guys. Regards from Portugal. Awesome. You rooting for a team today, Bran? Honestly, I'm not. I think it's stupid how divided our people and communities can get and the world can get over stuff like that. But I really don't care. I'm not really rooting for anyone. Let's see. I'm not a sports fan, but love watching the big game with Fanatics. Yeah, I'll be up on the rooftop, kind of just enjoying the view, but I'll be listening to a little bit of it. Did he purchase just to tell everybody in a fantasy way I have the strongest diamond hands? Probably. My online ghost, Hex Monkey. Yep. I will be getting back to you about certain things for Vegas. I look forward to seeing you again, man. Hex Monkey is a really good guy. Jazz. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me get into some of this. Otherwise, the comments, they're just going to keep building up. And once again, I want to be respectful for everyone's time. So let me share the screen real quick. I always do that. Let me get the screen over here. And let me zoom in a smidge. Okay. Let's see if there's any. Okay, cool. It's just that. Okay.
have a lot of stakes for a lot of millions of dollars for those 15 years. And that's the reason that our average is 6.1, because you got to have a lot of 15-year stakes to get an average of 6.1, because a lot of guys have 1-year stakes, right? So congratulations to the Hexagon community, of which I am a proud member. And congratulations to Hex.com. We now are, as soon as the payment's gone through and possession has been taken, owners of the world's largest cut diamond that has 55 facets and is 555.55 carats. Match made in heaven, right? Match made in heaven. Anyway, have a good time, everybody. Make sure to check out PulseChain.com, PulseX.com, especially PulseX, because that rate's getting 5% worse every day. And soon you won't be able to participate anymore. See you later, guys.
Awesome. So yeah, that was Richard. That's really cool to see that he's won that diamond. And actually, if I zoom out again, we can kind of just see. So that was the video. Most of y'all have seen that. But once again, just to kind of cover it, since I do this once a week, we'll go over that right now. Okay, so Richard mentions, let me zoom in right here. Okay, so this is February 9th, 2022. I won the world's largest cut diamond for our Hexagon cultural heritage. It'll be called the Hex.com diamond. It weighs 555 carats and has 55 facets. And he says, congratulations to all you Hexagons with 5,555 club Hex.com tattoos. Let's all win together. And that's truly what this is. It really is a team win. Once again, I'm happy that, you know, my parents have taught me about good business practices in the past, right? And what I was always taught by my dad was that, hey, if you have business and you have like a win-lose situation, then not only is the person that you screwed over, are they going to be mad? Are they going to complain? But if that's kind of how you do business, then it's not going to be sustainable at all, because once again, you're giving them a bad deal. You're kind of screwing them over. And so with what Richard's talking about, that, hey, let's all win together, I really think that that is it really is a possibility. And some people just got to understand that, there's going to be people always that are in it for the short-term gains, or try and trade the swings and things like that. But a lot of us that have retired or have been in early and stayed this long, a lot of us weren't trading. A lot of us were kind of just, setting a staking ladder or a schedule or a plan, and then sticking to that and staying consistent with it. And then, obviously the yield just accumulates so much after the time keeps passing by. Let me just say what's up real quick to the chat here. Hey, what's up, Toby? I'm not going to Daytona. I would love to. I mean, there's just so much going on, man, that it's hard to, and it's not hard, but I guess it's just a whole bunch of choices to commit to this and commit to that. And, but I would like to. I would have liked to have been there, right, for the second anniversary in London. Would have liked to be there for the, Daytona, because I've actually never been to Florida. So that would have been cool. But I'm kind of just picking and choosing which events I go to. But I tell you what, dude, that would be a badass event to go to. So, you can't win all of them. You got to kind of pick and choose. So I'll be watching from the sidelines. Okay, what else we got? Yeah, nice to see you, Toby. Nice. I still need to look at that clip that you were sending me about. When will you light the candles? Well, the question is, how the hell do I light these candles without this candle wax dripping on this couch? Might need to maybe get some plastic or some sort of bigger tray. Actually, I got a hexagon table right here. That would be kind of nice to put the candelabra on the hexagon table and then just light it, Poster Bader says, hey, it's BallietBran, the legend of YouTube. No, we're all in this together. We're all the legends. Hey, Bran, or hi, Bran. Happy Sunday. Excited to be here. XOXO. Nice to see you, Susie Q. J Everything. G, intro is fire. Yeah, that intro gets me hyped every time. And to be honest, I don't know one person that doesn't like the intro. So let's go Rams. Yep. Everyone's saying what team. Okay, cool. Oh, then go Rams. I'm visiting Los Angeles, so yay. Hey, that's cool. Yeah, LA is pretty cool. Who was it? It was Taylor. What is it, like PULSECHAIN, something like that? Taylor B Crypto. She had seen like a Tesla with and I can show it in just a second, but with the license plate said like PulseX, and she's like, how cool is it that I was just walking in a parking garage in California, in LA, and someone happened to have a PulseX license plate. Let me come back over here to this kind of like the main point of the video. So once again, let's scroll down just a little bit here. So Richard's saying, Hexicans, get the word out. Some news agencies know the diamond, like they know that the diamond was sold, but they don't know to whom it was or for what purpose. And so that actually kind of brings me into my next point. And once again, I want to make this about 30 minutes. I want to be respectful for everyone's time. So we're going to kind of try and make it concise and succinct. But let me just share the screen over here, and we'll look at one news article. Just make sure y'all can see on the StreamYard. Okay, great. So 555.55 carat space diamond. That's just badass. Like, I don't care what all you know. I know there's people that, oh, space is fake and all this other stuff, but hey, you got to give credit where credit's due, even if you think the earth is flat. Go with it for this one if you think that. Purchased by founder of Hex.com for over $4.2 million worth of crypto. And that is interesting. Measuring by carats, measuring by carats is something familiar in gems, gold, or other jewelry, but one particular diamond tips the scale and is talking about how this is the biggest diamond. So thought that was really cool. And they did kind of, it was Enigma, but this is a little bit of a typo here. So what are the origins? It's talking about that, hey, this is super rare. There's a whole bunch of theories on where the diamond came from, how it was formed, etc. But this is the cool part that I just absolutely love. Okay, so, and this is totally a Richard move. This is totally just a, just like with, and I've said this before, kind of when it first happened, the epiphany clicked. Van Mozart, we'll address that in a second. But so anyways, the epiphany clicked that when Richard first did the PulseChain, when he talked about the PulseChain fork with including the system state, well, he had mentioned that, hey, instead of the pairs, right, the hex.com, all of that from Ethereum being called like phex on PulseChain, it's just going to be called hex. And the pair that Richard's deciding for, hex on Ethereum for PulseChain is going to be ehex. So when he kind of first did that, once again, it's like a big power play. It's like the chess piece being moved and then kind of like check, is his call to the other person. So this is kind of like that. So diamond to be called hex.com. So this is really cool because once again, there was so much, mysteries and kind of questions about, hey, this Enigma, all of this kind of press and build up and attention. And then now we know that Richard's just completely changing the name, which is really cool. So I love that. It's an absolute amazing attribute for Hex. Let's see. And then once again, this is kind of like the video referencing Let's All Win Together and Richard talking about that he had won it. So if I actually go back, the highest of stakes, they're doing amazing work. As we all know, they're doing some more work right now. What is it? The highest stakes. Let's just take a look real quick at some of there it is. They've got some new photos that I wanted to share that that I just seen last night. So I kind of wanted to share it real quick. Let's look at this one. So one of our last interviews with Richard Hartwin and Brent Morrissey for the film, who we lovingly refer to as Batman and Robin. I think that's cool, right? That's an awesome name. I don't really know much about Brent, but yeah, I know that he's been one of Richard's best friends for like a very long time. Richard hit another level and went deep with his childhood. I love that. I absolutely love that. Brent gave us his take as Hexican #1 and the best friend of Sir Richard. Yeah, once again, when you've got someone that's like the best friend of Richard and really knows him well, someone says copyright. Okay, yeah, we can look at that later. But anyway, so when you have someone that's like your best friend, or for me, it would be my brothers, right? My brothers would know a lot about me more than like the closest hexagon to me. So anyways, with Brent kind of sharing some stories about Richard and, them being friends and growing up, I think that's really awesome and would be cool to see. So once again, here's some photos. As you can see, this equipment here on the bottom left of the corner, the red, those are like super high quality cameras that they use in the movie industry and professional films. So it's cool to see that this documentary is being done with precision. I know it was Rakim Rochelle that had done a big donation, like of $500,000 to the documentary. And then it was Kinetics, RG3, and Big Kurkowski that had like co-funded, this documentary. So shout out to those guys once again, whether it's Motley and Agape, whether it's, Hexy Bastard and all the UK guys and just every other hexagon. I love that they do so much, initiative where it is not expecting the work from others, but it's saying, hey, we're not going to expect the work from others, but we're going to do this ourselves, or we're going to try and rally behind the community and get this done so we can, all pump each other's bags and build everything else together. But so this actually wasn't the photo that I had wanted to share. And yeah, Motley's so right. Love seeing Richard look so happy. We're actually going to look at a couple more photos of them. So I guess this is part of some of the video for the documentary that they were doing. And it says, okay, tell me this isn't never level. A few frame grabs from the actual film itself in Spain. What you think of these, Richard Hart and Brent Morrissey? Y'all keep hitting 1,000 likes, and we'll have to keep posting more and more of these. So yeah, and I'll just put this in the YouTube chat just in case some of you happen to not be following them for whatever reason. Let me put that in once again. There's the Highest of Stakes. It's the Highest of Stakes documentary on Twitter. But let me come back over here to StreamYard and let's take a look. So yeah, so Brent's car is that McLaren, that first one, and then obviously Richard is in front of him, and then you got a few more shots here. We'll look at the other shots there. So there's that. And then, so what I actually wanted to show was some photos of when Richard had actually, yeah, right here. This is the one that I had seen last night that I wanted to share for today. So check this out. This Sir Richard Hart win is the moments leading up to and the actual moment he won the Enigma, now the Hex.com Diamond. And I love that we can just call it that now. Like, oh, hey, yeah, it used to be called the Enigma, but in case you hadn't heard, it's called the Hex.com Diamond now. That's just really awesome. So once again, here's some of the photos. So Richard's looking awesome, smiling, looking great. In a black leather jacket. That's really cool. Anyway, so giving the good thumbs up, and then we got it's good when the camera guy's smiling too. So that's awesome. So Richard, and then we got this one. He decided to switch to the king's robe and the king's outfit, and then there it is. It was officially closed right there and announced. Okay, I think there was maybe a couple other articles that I kind of just wanted to show. 1 second, let me just scroll down a smidge here. Okay, yeah, let's make this quick because. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second here. There we go. Sorry about the silence. I had to copy and paste the link that had gotten cut out for a second. So yeah, once again, this is getting so much press and so much coverage, and just like Agape and Motley had mentioned, and Cabana with the Hex.com NASCAR, when you have something that's done like this and it's done by the community, once again, it's so much more powerful than. Because I know people that were like, oh, if Richard's such a billionaire and so rich and so wealthy, well, why doesn't he just, pay for a listing on Coinbase? And why doesn't he just, fund all this stuff himself? And it's like, well, yeah, he could do that. But guess what? That would be a lot more close to the securities laws violations of profit from the work of others. Or, once again, he already created the token and smart contract that himself. He doesn't need to do everything else. So it's just cool to see that it's so much more of a profound effect with the community doing it than if he were to do it, which once again, we don't have expectations of. But so as I mentioned, Richard is really true that marketing king, and instead of, someone else had mentioned this, but instead of him paying like a marketing firm or agency to kind of get a similar amount of views and coverage and press. Richard has done certain things his own way that gets almost more attention than an agency ever could. And with things like this diamond, 4.3 million, he'll be able to actually keep the diamond, obviously. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. But I just wanted to point out that this one was done by CNBC. So once again, you're getting really big news outlets and really big coverage that just shows who the actual owner was. Let's see. So, I mean, that was pretty much it. I mean, there was one more news article that I was going to cover that was kind of like the same thing. But once again, I think y'all kind of get the point. Hex Bullrun says, who are the blonde girls in the white Ferrari? Richard's lady friends, of course. Gotta have those. That's what the Ferrari is for, right? Richard had mentioned that the McLaren, you can only have, one lady in the passenger, but with the Ferrari Roma, you can do two. So gotta love it. Hex Element says, Bran, only 21 days. Holy crap, Vegas is coming up soon. Dude, it is. It absolutely is. And I'm looking forward to it. It's been really last minute for me with all of the plans and booking everything. But like the previous person had mentioned, Heinz Crypto, that that they like the community, that they can't wait to meet some of the community in the future. And it's awesome. I mean, my meetup here or our meetup, I should say, here in Seattle was fun. It was awesome. But when you have a group of a whole bunch of hexagons, I mean, last year it was 331 hexagons and it was like June 2021. But this year, I don't even know how many. It's like 600 and, I don't know, like 62, something like that. Not too sure how many hexagons, but looking forward to it. It's going to be about double from what last year was. And it's just fun. It's just awesome to, once again, have a good, camaraderie and a good collective, teamwork and effort towards a goal, towards marketing something, and then to actually meet those people in person, to conversate with them and see that they're the same, same person, right, as they were behind the stream, or the same genuine person that you get behind the avatar or the character and stuff on Twitter. It's cool to see all the people. They kind of like introduce themselves. It's like, oh, hey, I'm so-and-so username. And then it's like, oh, okay, you can kind of put a face to a username. So Tony Bonboni says, Brandon, nice haircut. Congrats. Thank you. The lady actually really butchered it the first time she cut it, but then I realized, okay, it wasn't her that butchered it. It was me that wasn't wearing product consistently. So a little bit of product goes a long ways. A big shout out, MC Coiner. What's up, BallietBran? Copyright. Yeah, there was one person that had kind of, I mean, because I can show the photos, I can show the film and stuff like that. But the highest of stakes, they had mentioned that one of the hexagons, I forget who, but they had used their same profile photo that the highest of stakes uses as their own. And so, yeah, I mean, they're not going to be mad at me for doing this on stream. I mean, so many other people kind of show it, but you're right. You definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't be reposting those specifically. I would just be, retweeting the actual photos. So that's just me. Got my Pulse X plate. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, those Teslas are badass. Hey, Brand the man. Mucho respecto, my bro. Hex Machine. Nice to see you, my friend. Let's see. That diamond is so awesome. It's like the Twilight Zone. 555.5, 55 facets. Whatever that means. That's all fives. Exactly. Whatever that means. Exactly. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is what I wanted to kind of address. I promise I'll only go for like another couple more minutes, and then we'll do the outro and let everyone get going. Let's see. Hey, Bran, howdy do. Lots of noise in Hex, but price performance is still poor. Sideways for ages. Well, Hex is different, right? It's different than every other cryptocurrency. Let's just kind of talk about Hex.vision. We'll kind of end it here, just from like a like a maybe one or two more comment kind of standpoint. But Hex is, like I mentioned, it's not like your other average crypto, right? If this is something that people are getting in for short term, or once again, you heard that that it did 10,000x, things like this. Well, that's fine and dandy, but if you're coming in for anything shorter than like a certain amount of time, or you kind of have maybe some expectations maybe already built in from like what it's done in the past, then yeah, if you obviously give yourself, that's why they say like assuming makes an ass out of you and me, because if you assume that it's going to do something, things like that, then hey, who knows, it might go a little bit slower than you thought. Or I will say with the sacrificing and things like that, that those can affect the price a little bit and stuff, because the whales, they obviously want to pump up the price to to kind of to have the time weighted average sacrifice at a higher price, but then once they get their position in, they want to dump the price to once again maintain their their volume bonus and things like that. But so to this person's question and kind of statement that they're making, once again, I wouldn't say that Hex, or honestly any investment, you should really be focused on like super short term. And once again, hey, it's not for everyone. So many people have certain expectations or things that they wish that it would go, and it just doesn't go their way, and then they might get like mad or bored, or once again bored, and then just switch to something else. But I'll tell you what, so this is just the monthly, and actually let's just look at the weekly real quick, because this is kind of a little bit more relevant for a longer time scale. And I'm not going to do it right this second, because once again, I'm going to wrap up in a second here. But I swear, if you go to TradingView and look at a Amazon logarithmic scale of, once again, Amazon on a TradingView time chart, and you put that to a monthly time frame, and then you do Hex to either weekly or monthly to kind of be a similar scale. If you zoom out a whole bunch on Amazon, and then you take the price here, and once again start scrolling down, it literally looks like the hex.com chart, where you had the big pump in the 90s of Amazon, kind of like the crash, and then once again it literally kind of does what I think Hex is going to do, which is almost like a up and to the right forever. And it's just some of the ways that it's designed and some of the game theory behind it. But so anyways, the thing that I wanted to address for this person's comment is that, I mean, Hex, its whole point of not just being like every other cryptocurrency, right? Like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin and stuff, is that you can stake it. And so, the other cryptos you can trade, all that stuff. I don't think Hex is maybe the most ideal for that kind of purpose. And I personally don't treat it like that. But for me, if you're looking that, hey, you say, oh, it's looking a little bit sideways, this is just, once again, its whole lifetime performance on a weekly basis. But if you see that, kind of to your point here, where, maybe since, I don't know, maybe since like September, 21, it's been maybe sideways and down and consolidating. But when you just kind of see that the whole time, if you were staked, that you were earning yield, depending on how long you were staked for, it can make a huge difference. And once again, it's usually comments like this, and I'm not calling this person out or anything. And Hex Luther, I will get back to your DM after this. But anyways, we'll address that after that. I want to get you on stream and vice versa, go on your stream. I look forward to that. But just the point is that if you kind of multiply the yield times the price appreciation, and you see that Hex kind of, once again, right here, April of 2020, right before the God Whale had bought, we had another kind of price consolidation. But sometimes it consolidates like that because it pumped up so heavily. And then so once again, you see right here that, okay, and maybe I'll zoom it in a smidge. So once again, you see right here that there's price consolidation to the sideways, which is like great. You're earning yield the whole time if you are staked, but then blam, another kind of leg up, and then, okay, sideways. And then, I mean, it feels like we're close to another big kind of leg up, maybe in a diagonal direction. So that's just me. And once again, that's just kind of just my perspective, but that's all I would say about that. Yeah, Hex Luther. Yeah, he was on, what was it? Heavy Metal Hexagon last night. That was cool. That was a cool stream. Everybody is waiting for cheap fees on PULSECHAIN. You're totally right. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. It's pretty disgusting, actually. I mean, that is probably where etherscan.io/gas tracker. That's probably where we will end it, just to see what this is disgusting. this is why we have PULSECHAIN coming, boys and girls. So even at an average of 62 Gwei for this current, yeah, okay. So the average is usually, okay, this is looking a little bit different before. But anyways, just the point is even with the Gwei kind of at a lower average, it's still, very expensive relative to when, Hex was first launched, and a lot of us remember just the pennies that it took. So once again, this is a little bit different. I'll kind of have to take a look, but even like an ERC20 transfer is $10 on average. That's still, that's still too high. I don't really like that at all. Generally, the longer the sideways action, the bigger the bounce back up. It's true. And Richard's talked about this before, but even though Hex is volatile, which is good, it's a feature, it's not a bug, right? I love it because those people that sold on big payday, right, that were kind of speculating things like this, those are the people that made it so profitable to buy that dip of 20% of a penny, right? And so it's kind of like the people that get caught in that trading thing are the same people that would get caught in any other meat grinder. But that's what allows, for some of these gains to be made so heavily. So definitely not everyone's going to win because not everyone's going to have the patience to stake or some of these other things that it kind of takes. How many X can PulseX do when it comes out? Good question. I don't know. But I know it's going to be better than the sacrifice, is my opinion. I only caught the end. It was fun. Yep. Yeah, that was a good stream. That was fun to watch. I'm barely prepared for Vegas, but I'll be there. Me too. Still need to book a hotel. Vic Bish, generally, yep, exactly. Address that. You're totally right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, I guess I did promise to do this, so I will. And then I did want to Bonovox. I did want to cover that, but there's just not enough time in the stream for being respectful for everyone's Super Bowl Sunday. So I did see that though, thanks to Hexray Vision. So he does what's it called, like Tech Talk, I think, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, we'll kind of finish it here at Taylor B Crypto's post. 1 second. Let's come over here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this was an hour ago. And let's get the comment off the screen. Cool. Yeah. So that was from, and Marion, nice to see you as well. So yeah, this is from an hour ago. Taylor B Crypto is saying, wow, I was just driving out of a parking lot in LA and saw this. What are the chances? And so you got like a Tesla and then PulseX. So I think that's really cool. It's awesome. There are so many Hexicans in California and just all around the world. It's awesome to see, in Kenya and Jamaica and in, all around the world. So it's awesome to see. That's pretty much it, everyone. Once again, want to wish everyone, stay safe today. Don't drink and drive, stuff like that. Do an Uber if you're going to do anything like that, and stay safe. Have a good Super Bowl Sunday. Hope your team wins and whatever, if you like that, but at least have a good time nonetheless. And let me do the outro. Once again, awesome to see Richard Hart winning the world's largest cut diamond, the black diamond. And I think it kind of symbolizes, hey, you've got the most rare Enigma black diamond. I've mentioned it a lot, but about Hex being like a black hole for financial capital. And that when you see some of these crashes over here and you see freaking the dollar being, debased and hyperinflated over here and all these other fiat currencies, well, you've got that Enigma, that black diamond of Hex that, everything's just going to kind of freaking flow into and do really well for the Hex stakers. So that's it, everyone. Shout out to all the Hexicans and doing great work. And we'll see everyone next time. Peace.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like, be sure to share, be sure to comment. Say hey. Say hey. Say hey. Say hey. Say hey. Stake that. jackpot. We still jackpot, bitch!
Thank you, Richard, for creating and founding the most amazing and disruptive financial technology cryptocurrency ever. Thank you, sir. And nice streams, Mr. BallietBran.